What's up, everybody? Troy Casey here, coming to you live, not really, from Glenwood Springs. We've got a gorgeous afternoon. We've got 4 blends coming to you for June. Let's dig into them. First up, we've got Sometimes Always. This is our collaboration series with Sante Adarius. This one is with Raspberreis. So a really juicy and jammy version of that collab with Sante Adarius. Next up, we've got a brand new base beer. This is called Spotlight. This is a Rye Farmhouse Ale that you're gonna love. Next up, we've got a grape beer. This is with Nebbiolo grapes and Ghost Note. It's an EF exclusive that is tasting really nice. And last but not least, we've got Eastbank with Bartlett pears. All right, first up, Sometimes Always, the second collaboration we've done with Sante Adarius. This time we took a single punch-in of our collaboration that was fermented not only with our house yeast, but with Sante Adarius' house yeast, made with buckwheat, malted buckwheat from Colorado, and then we fermented it with black raspberries. And I think you're gonna be happy with what you see. Nothing better than a nice dark berry beer. Black raspberries, malted buckwheat, Sante Adarius house culture, our house culture. It's perfection. I loved the last bunch release of this collab so much that we threw a little bit of it on some of our favorite and most expensive fruit, these black raspberries that we get from the Pacific Northwest. Super creamy, jammy, low acidity. I think you're getting a lot of the unfermented sugar, unfermentable sugar alcohols in there. A lot of the base beer is coming through, because the base beer wasn't that acidic to begin with, and so this is just a fun one that gluttonous, if I had to say. It's just a fun thing to put a bunch of fruit into, and it's just going to be a home run even when we blend it. You don't even need to taste it. I can just tell you it's going to be good. Next up, we've got Spotlight. This is our new base beer with rye. So malted rye that we got from Weyermann, a German malting company. The backstory on this beer is that one of our original EF members, his name was Brian, and he brought to me a rye sour that he homebrewed at one point, and I just loved it. It was so good, rich and decadent, and so it's always been in the back of my mind to play with this style of beer, and so we finally did it. What's up, BG? Malted rye, again, just like all of our base beers, the different adjunct, it's not an adjunct technically, but the different grain just adds different ingredients to the wort that allow our yeast to make some really cool things. So while we never change our, in the last few years, we've never changed our yeast culture. We always just change the inputs that we give to that yeast culture to make different things. And this is a great testament to that. Great esters, like classic esters. There's some Eastbank notes in there. But what I love best about this, it was a single punch-in. So a single barrel, great medium to low acidity, incredible complex esters, rich body. This is another one of those beers that's gonna age really, really well. Yeah, coming back to that. Next up, we've got an Italian grape, Nebbiolo. So this is Ghost Note with Nebbiolo grapes. Boom. We got these a little bit late season last year from the grape harvest from Palisade, and it's a grape that we've never had a chance to try before, and so I was like, let's go, let's get them. So we got a few pounds of these. First and foremost, if you're a long-time listener, first-time caller, you know the foam stability is what I look for in grape beers, and look at that. It's got a decent foam stability, which I'm pumped on. It's like it tastes to me like a rosé, like a wine, like an actual grape wine rosé. Low acidity again, rich body, a lot of great characteristic to it, super clean. There's no medicinal off flavors or anything weird like that. complex in the nose from the base beer. This is about, this is a preserve, so it's about 4 pounds per gallon. This is honestly the first time I've tried it since packaging, and so I'm actually really pumped on how good this is tasting right now. It's a little behind the scenes of how I operate. Next up, last but not least, we have East Bank with Bartlett pears. So we got some Bartlett pears from Paonia, I think. We took a barrel of East Bank that was not the like the multi East Bank. It was more of the lighter, so it's on the lighter side. But we got Bartlett pears from the Paonia Hotchkiss area. And these were ones that we would let age in our cellar for probably over a week, just to ripen up, to get to the perfect juicy pear that we all love. And so we did that with this beer, and here are the results. Great foam stability, nice color. And a great pear characteristic. Classic pear, medium acidity, but incredibly funky. Just really, really funky. I think that was like the combination of the East Bank base barrel with the pears, and like that characteristic or that combination of those two flavors really pair well together to make something really unique. And that's what I think this beer is, which I'm proud of. All right, happy Memorial Day, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. We'll see y'all soon for the member party and a 10-year party. I can't believe it. Cheers.